Hello everyone, meteorologist Jordan Derensberg here, and it's been quite a warm afternoon. It felt absolutely perfect if you were outside today. I mean, today was just beautiful. Camp Mabry got to 77, the airport got to 73, which is what we are looking at now. And let's go ahead and we're going to take a look at both of those weather cams here. And as we take a look across Central Texas, that's a nice live look from the KVUE studios in North Austin, just off of Mopac, as well as a look from the Kalahari Resorts and Conventions weather camera in Round Rock. Current time now is 6:56, by the way. We do have that dry line that moved just slightly east of the I-35 corridor, and we do have some areas out ahead of it still in those low to mid 60s. We're even getting down to the upper 50s in places like LaGrange, and we're already down to the upper 60s in Burnet, and wouldn't you know, that cold front has started to slip just a little bit further south now, about to cross that I-35 split just south of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. But out ahead of it, you've got Brownsville at 73 and Laredo at 72. But look behind it. You've got Lubbock at 45, Amarillo at 34. That temperature is going to be our low for tomorrow morning. Now, your allergy count does have willow, oak, elm, and cedar all in the low. Mold is in the high, though. So still want to have your allergy medicine handy if you're planning on going out on this Saturday evening, which, by the way, we're going to have that front moving through by the time we get to 9 o'clock. But then watch those temperatures really start to take that tumble, getting all the way down to those mid 30s, maybe even upper 30s for most of us. But we could have wind chills getting down to the upper 20s. So if you are headed to that Ascension Seton Austin Marathon for tomorrow morning, you want to make sure that you are bundled up quite nicely. Make sure you have your layers already laid out if you're running the 26.2 or even the 13.1 or even just the 5 kilometers. Should be a very, very chilly start to your Sunday and a very, very clear but breezy occasion as you have the 26.2 miles for those of you running. By the way, good luck to those who are running the 26.2 miles especially. We are going to get to the mid 50s though by the time we get to Sunday afternoon. Just slightly below average for your President's Day, but then watch this for your Tuesday. We do get to those lower 70s, but we have a second, even stronger cold front moving through for your Wednesday afternoon and Wednesday morning. Wednesday afternoon highs may not even get out of the 30s, and I have barely getting to the 40s by the time we get to your Thursday. Now, here's something that's been a little interesting to watch. Earlier mile runs of this particular time on your Thursday morning actually had some areas getting down to the teens according to your Thursday morning lows. This is the European model for that. And these wind chills were getting down to the single digits to near zero. Things started to shift a little bit, and now we're looking at air temperatures more so getting into those mid to upper 20s, kind of like what we're going to be having for Wednesday morning. Same story for wind chills, with those wind chills getting down to those mid to upper teens. So not as cold, thank goodness, but still plenty cold indeed. Now, this is for your Friday at around noon, and I've set these models up there because while, yeah, the GFS does have us mostly dry for Friday, check this out with the European model. That pink stuff, that's that freezing rain, that wintry mix, that sleet. That is an outside shot of that happening. And remember, the European model typically is more accurate. And while, yeah, this is 6 days out, there's still a lot that needs to be hashed out between now and then. But right now, models do have a little bit of freezing rain in the Austin metro and points off to the north and west of only a few hundredths of an inch. Let's go ahead and make sure y'all understand that this wouldn't cause really anything in terms of travel impacts. However, something that we are going to really pay attention to very closely because that can really shift in either direction. So we have a weather impact alert days period from Wednesday through Friday, the 19th through the 21st. And that's because of those air temperatures in the 20s with those wind chills getting down into the teens. And we are certain that we are going to have very, very cold temperatures. But what you need to do, regardless of how cold we get, you want to make sure those 4 Ps are handled. Make sure you have your elderly or vulnerable neighbors. Make sure they have adequate warmth. That's number one. Number two, your pets. Make sure they're taken care of. Make sure they're straight. Make sure you bundle them up if you're taking them out on walks. But by and large, make sure you keep them inside for these next few days after Tuesday. And make sure you cover up all of your outdoor pipes and leave at least one faucet dripping. And make sure your outdoor plants are either covered or brought inside. Those are the 4 Ps. Now for highs tomorrow, we are going to get to those mid 50s. But as we take a look at the next 7 days, there it is. We get to around 70 for your Tuesday after low 60s for President's Day. Now there is a shower chance late Tuesday into early Wednesday, and that's mainly going to be for areas east of I-35. But a lot of that air will have made its way out of here once that front does move through. Anything that doesn't melt might cause maybe 1 or 2 slick spots, but by and large, we're not really expecting anything in terms of winter weather for your Wednesday morning. Now, your Thursday morning is going to be your coldest morning, and we're looking at a hard freeze likely. And again, Friday, with that European model, I have put in a 20% chance of maybe even some precip. It would probably mostly be all rain depending on the timing. But if it is early enough in the morning, we could be looking at maybe some freezing rain or freezing drizzle or a wintry mix or something of that nature. But we do warm up by the time we get to next Saturday. So by and large, Texas in the wintertime is doing Texas in the wintertime things. So we're going to continue to track this throughout the course of these next few days as this event does get closer, because this is a very interesting situation that has really started to pop up over portions of central Texas. So I'm going to go ahead and see if we've got any comments, questions, concerns, anything of that nature. Got people tagging their homies here. Let's see what we've got. We got Pamela Cambria saying, dang, stay safe and warm. My hometown Chicago's getting snow. Oh, yeah, I did see Chicago get some good snow, as well as portions of Pennsylvania, the mountains of West Virginia, up toward upstate New York, and on into New England. They saw a good bit as well. Donna Tillman is basically doing the brr emoji pretty much, because it's definitely going to be quite cold over these next few days. Yes, absolutely. That's going to be the case. So, let's see. Who else? Anyone else want to make any comment on this particular situation? I don't think we're going to see a whole lot of you on this evening, but if y'all do have anything to say, please fire away here. It's very important that we hear from you, because that is very, very important. Michelle Eindlich is asking about pipe bursting. Well, we can't really say that totally for sure. Just make sure you take care of the 4 Ps. It's not going to get like super cold, unlike earlier mile runs that we saw for Thursday morning especially. But I do think that it is still going to be among the coldest air of the season. So watching that very, very closely. So Trey is asking about snow. The wintry precip we're looking at right now would be mainly freezing rain for Friday, but that's just one long range model that's showing it. And again, it's possible that we don't have any freezing rain at all. There's also a possibility that we could get freezing rain. It's still 6 days out, so we've got time to kind of hash that part of it out. It's very, very important. Now, pets, make sure you bring those pets inside, Donna. This is Tuesday night and a Wednesday. Not necessarily now, because it is still plenty warm outside, but maybe Wednesday morning, make sure you have those pets inside. So let's see. What else have we here? Let's see. Anyone else have any questions? Okay. Who here is running the marathon tomorrow? I want to know. Is anyone running the marathon or the 13.1 or the 5K? I want to know if y'all do, because it is going to be cold. And I hope y'all have laid out your layers for tomorrow already. Let's see. Anyone having any questions or anything of that nature? It doesn't look like we have any more questions right now, but let's see. Looks like more questions going once, more questions going twice, more questions going 3 times, and okay. Not me. Might ride my wheelchair. This is from Christopher Dunn. Make sure you're layering up whether you're rolling or not. Make sure you're layering up if you're heading out tomorrow morning. It is going to be quite cold, though, because we are going to get down to the mid-30s, and we're going to have wind chills in the upper 20s. Those feels like temperatures. That's what it feels like on your body. That's something important that I do want to mention. So let's see. Anyone else have any questions? Let's see if y'all have any questions. I don't have pets. I was being nosy. Tomorrow's going to be bad around noon. Well, around noon, Donna, we're not going to be quite cold. I think we're going to get to the 40s, and we're going to be mostly sunny. So don't expect any real issues on that particular front. Okay? So on that note, we are going to go ahead and call it a live stream. Thank you so much for joining us. Okay, so Sarah, excuse me, I thought we were done. Sarah said, what time will the front hit Austin? Let's go ahead and time all of this out. Shall we? Because I think that's going to be a very important component in all of it, okay? We're going to be getting down to around the upper 50s, lower 60s by the time we get to 9. I'm going to go ahead and put this in the boxes here too, to kind of show y'all what we're talking about. But I am going to go ahead and put myself on camera. No, wait, this is wrong. There we go. And now cam 4, there we go. Anyways, we do get to the upper 50s, and then watch this as we head through around 10 o'clock. The front will have made it through. Gonna have that strong northerly breeze really drop our temperatures all the way down to those upper 30s, maybe even mid 30s by tomorrow morning. Donna Tillman says thanks, and I want to thank you all so much for joining us tonight. Hopefully you guys stay warm tomorrow, especially those heading out downtown for that marathon. I know it's a very interesting race. I know our chief meteorologist, Hunter Williams, did that race a couple of years ago, and so he kind of knows what it's like. He remembers it very vividly for sure. So if you're running the 26.2 especially, best of luck to you guys. Even if you're running the 13.1, best of luck to all of you. I know that is a whole lot of training that you've put into that. And even the 5K as well. You've had to put in a good bit of training to run 3.1 miles in the 5 kilometers for that particular race. So I'm proud of y'all in advance for taking care of business throughout these past few months as you got ready for this race. So thank you all so much for joining us, and hopefully y'all enjoy your